Hey YouTube, it's Erin and I am the handbag housewife. I am here today for a little bit of a story time on how I acquired this beautiful Berri MM bag by Louis Vuitton. This was my very first luxury handbag, and it started me down the rabbit hole of buying handbags obsessively like a maniac. When I first got this bag, I immediately felt like I needed another. And I needed pouches to go inside and a wallet. So my husband surprised me with this, and little did he know what he got himself into. So let me tell you the story. I turned 40 in 2017, and for a surprise, my husband arranged for a group of friends and I to go on a trip. He blindfolded me and he drove me to the airport, and I had no idea what the mode of transportation was going to be whenever he told me that he was taking me somewhere. He gave me an idea of, bring a going out outfit, bring something comfortable to wear, and that was about it. And so I put on some comfy clothes and brought a dress and, was ready to go. And I showed up at the airport and a whole group of my friends were there, and he surprised me with a present. Many of them surprised me with a present, and this was my main present. He also got me a beautiful locket with an inscription on it from my boys. But back to the bag. So this is the Berri MM, and this is not the bag he gave me. He will forever give me a hard time about returning purchases that he gets for me. But I didn't return it just because I didn't like it, because that wasn't the case. I exchanged this bag he got me the Berri PM. I exchanged it for the Berri MM because after I used it for just a little bit, the handle developed severe wrinkling. It kind of reminded me of a little old man's skin. And when I contacted Louis Vuitton, they told me it was a defect, had me send in the bag, and they let me do an exchange. And when they did the exchange, all they had was this larger size. So I was actually sort of happy about it because at the time, bigger bags were more in, and now in fact, they're coming back. So I was happy to exchange it for the larger size. It was just a little bit more. And one of the advantages of the Berri MM versus the PM is that the strap drop is greater. So there's more room when you put it on your shoulder for your armpit space. Okay, so back to the story. When we got to the airport, I was unblinded. Once I walked in, I could not tell where I was. It sort of smelled like a nursing home, and I could not figure that out. But once I was unblinded, I realized I was at the airport, and the plans were revealed to me. So I'm going to insert a picture of the private jet that the airport had waiting for me here. Okay, so we all boarded the private jet. We had some drinks and a visit as we flew up to Kansas City, Missouri. It wasn't a super long flight, but it was a lot of fun. When we got there, there was a stretch limo waiting on the tarmac for us. We all piled in and we got taken to a wonderful spa that I believe has since closed. And I'm going to insert a few pictures of the spa here. Okay, so now you've seen just a sneak peek of the spa. I'm not putting pictures of me and my friends in there just for their privacy, but I think I got a pedicure and a massage, and it was wonderful. And he had arranged for lunch to be catered while we were there. He basically thought of absolutely everything. So once we were done at the spa, we got ready there, got kind of dressed up, and we went downtown to the plaza where we went shopping. He had shopping money waiting for me with one of my friends. So we went shopping on the plaza for a while, And when we were done, we went out and had some drinks. And we were on a time schedule. He was constantly calling and checking with one of my friends who was sort of spearheading the day, and he wanted to make sure everything went right. So we ended up going to this wonderful Mexican restaurant down on the plaza. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was amazing. I have been on a ketogenic diet for years, and he had ketogenic drink waiting for me. He had ketogenic appetizers waiting for me. He knew what I could eat, and he had it all prearranged. So let me just say, my husband's a pretty wonderful guy. So we had a wonderful dinner, and I'm using the word wonderful a lot because it's the theme of the story. So we had a great dinner, had the drinks, went back to the airport shortly thereafter, and boarded the plane to come home. It was a wonderful day. I will always remember it. And this bag was what I had to commemorate all of it and remember it at the end, as well as the beautiful locket that my kids and him gave me. So that is the story of how I got my first luxury handbag and what started me down the path. Shortly thereafter, I got a zippy wallet to match this bag. I got a pochette accessories to keep my stuff in it in the bag. Then I had to buy a Duomo hobo with the Damier Ebene canvas and the brown treated leather because I was afraid to carry this one out in the rain. So of course I had to have two luxury bags so I could carry one when the weather was nice and one when it was not so nice. And then I went on and on and on. I had to get a bag that was smaller for certain occasions, and you can get my drift. So let me give you a quick tour of this bag and then I'll close out for the day because this is just a quick visit. So this bag it's the Berri MM. It has treated leather on the corners, which is a nice feature to have because this allows you to get the bag repaired more easily. A lot of times on bags like the Delightful or the Graceful, you end up with the corners getting damaged. And when the canvas gets damaged, Louis Vuitton can no longer repair. So this bag, I could send it in at some point and get all new leather and it would be like a brand new bag. It has this wonderful little clochette that I got hot stamped with gold and my last name initial. And inside of it is a set of keys. The keys go to the lock up on the top. You see. And I use that mainly for decoration. I've never locked the bag shut. Louis Vuitton Paris is stamped on the Vachetta handle, and it is a very squishy, nice handle. It's sturdy, but it feels good on the shoulder. And when you go inside the bag, it's got an organizer in it right now. So the organizer I got on Etsy a long time ago. I don't even know if the business is around anymore, but it's called 47th Heaven. It has a lot of nice pockets. And you can see if you don't have the organizer in, the bag is pretty slouchy, which is kind of nice sometimes because it just feels good on your shoulder to kind of squish underneath. Hey, I had to take a quick break. So you can see that without the organizer, the bag is very squishy. So for a lot of people, having an organizer in a bag like this, or in the Delightful or the Graceful, might be something you really want. The bag on its own has one large pocket on one side, and then on the other side, it's got two more pockets. And then of course, when you stick the organizer in, there are way more pockets from the organizer itself. And you can see it has way more structure with that organizer in there. Before I forget, I did want to tell anybody who wants this bag, if you're gonna accessorize it, you need to get clips that are bigger than this. They have lobster claw charms from Louis Vuitton. Those will fit on this bag. I decided I didn't want a charm on this bag, but I did originally order the insolence charm. And that one does work on it. It's just really noisy when you carry the bag. So this is a little extender charm. A lot of times people use these to extend straps with Louis Vuitton, but it's also great for keys. And you slide it open like that. You can put it around here And then I would tend to put my key fob and just dangle it there so it'd be easy to get in and out of my car. To just demonstrate, this is the same kind of hook I'm telling you to avoid with a bag that has a thicker ring on it, because see, look, it won't close. So the key fob charm, you can flip over and use it upside down basically, which works. So that is the story of my Berri MM and how I got it. And I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Have a good day.